Welcome back to Absolutely. My name is Benny, that is Sal, and that is Hassan. And today we're going to be talking about another rumor going around. And I don't know, did we make a video on Netflix Snyderverse thing when it first started like a month ago?
I don't think so. We briefly touched on it in another video that it was hilarious.
Okay, okay. So let me get you guys caught up on what's going on the Netflix Snyderverse thing. Because as I've said before, I disconnected myself from social media. But over the last couple of weeks, I have news articles flowing in. So I'm getting like, instead of like bits and pieces, I'm getting a full, poorly written article about everything. So for those who don't know, Snyderverse, Restore the Snyderverse has been a movement since the original Justice League.
Yeah.
Okay, basically it's what's been going on with that. James Gunn came in and officially has called the end of it's over. There's no hope. I fired Henry Cavill. Go away. Like, it's basically what he did.
Yeah. Which is fair. I mean, like, it's over. It's over. It's over.
Let's get the...
It was always over.
For about 3 days, in my opinion, it's been over since he got to make the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and then,
It's like, that's the final word. You got it. Enjoy. Watch it all the time.
It was
but
fun.
anyway, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So... for about 3 days, the Restore the Snyderverse movement died. It was like, that's it, guys. We all need to move on to Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder's new movie. If we really want to support Zack Snyder, we should just work on the project we know he's making and make this a big movie. I saw that trending for about 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they had another idea. The idea was, if DC is allowed to have multiverses, why don't they sell the Zack Snyder's Justice League universe to Netflix? It allows them to continue that universe while James Gunn works on his other universe. And I saw rationalization behind this where they'd be like, you guys would give us our finale. We would support everything you're making. You'd get your cake and eat it too. Blah, 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 blah. Okay?
Uh-huh.
These guys suck.
I love random Twitter user with 100 just shouting into the void like WB CEOs are like, Henry Cavill 554 lightning bolt. He says that.
And it's just like, what a lack of knowledge it takes to even say that kind of statement.
Right.
What makes you think Netflix has the money to fund these projects in a way that you would enjoy them? Netflix doesn't. If you guys didn't know, streaming services, I love them. I think they're the greatest convenience in my existence. They are fiscally very bad. They don't work. So far, they haven't worked. Like, Netflix has been around for how long? It's not profitable. I don't know if you guys do that, but you can Google it. Literally can't make money yet. They're still working on it. They're trying to figure out a model. Disney Plus is not profitable. None of these companies break even. You think they have extra $1 billion of funding to fund Zack Snyder's Love Project? No, dude. Come on.
Which was a divisive project to begin with. It's not like this was, as we've said before, made billions of dollars. Everyone loved it. There's nobody arguing against it. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah. No.
But there was a development to moving it over to there.
Really?
James Gunn responded.
I love that guy.
So what happened is he came out with him. It was him. I believe it was him. Don't hold me to that because I'm going off of memory from reading it like 2 weeks ago. Okay. So it was him and somebody else, but somebody came out and basically said that they've had talks with Netflix. One, Netflix has shown zero interest in this idea.
Okay.
Two, they've had talks with Zack Snyder. He has shown zero interest in this idea.
Okay.
Three, from the actors he's spoken to, none of them want to come back. So,
well, there you go.
Right.
There it is. Moratorium. End of days. We're not doing this. It's a bad idea.
Like, we're just not doing it. Nobody that you want to have do, because that's been my argument since the beginning. As a fan of the Snyderverse,
right,
everyone consistently argues like Ben Affleck's just like, all right, man, once this Twitter movement gets me my Batman back, I'll go put all the weight back on, getting jacked again. I'm just waiting for the Twitterverse to save my movie.
Yeah.
Like, they all act like that's what's going on. Like,
right. And it's not.
No. Gal Gadot was like, well, they didn't pick up my movie. Bye, guys. Like, that was it.
They're going to resurrect me in the next Fast and the Furious movie. I'm busy. Like, come on. You got other things to do.
Yeah.
So now there's a movement against James Gunn because he killed the project.
Right. Because he was in charge at the time, and it made it. Yeah.
So that's where we are right now, and why I finally decided to make a video on this internet rumor.
Yeah.
That now James Gunn has killed the Netflix project. So let's discuss this.
Okay.
It's dumb. It's very, very dumb. Netflix is only going to put money like that. They've canceled half of their animated programming already. Every show that isn't so bombastically loved that it becomes the talk of the town, a viral meme sensation, regardless of how good the critical reception is, they cancel those shows. The only thing I think will not get canceled on Netflix of their original projects is Stranger Things. And that's because it's their golden goose.
It's also over. You just got to send it out across the finish.
Well, it's over, and they just
one day
they
would cancel it.
Yeah.
They announced a spinoff, I think 4 days ago, about it's a prequel show about Hopper, Joyce, Bob Newby, and the rest of the gang before everything happened when they're growing up in high school down there. So they're going back further in time in Hawkins.
Wait, how are they going to get involved in the Stranger? Okay,
Besides the thing, I'm just saying that exists because Netflix will put money towards it. But are they going to put money towards something that, like, I'm going to let you guys know, I'm a comic book fan, and I truly don't think that there's a single headline that exists that would be like, make me, I'm going to go watch this. I'm going to go to Netflix. I'm going to specifically go look this up. I don't think there's a single headline, especially if it's the identical creative team to the other projects I didn't like. Why would I go watch that? And if I'm the average consumer, right, Netflix is judging based off me. Why would they be interested?
Right.
You know?
No.
It's too much drama. It's too much drama for the actors too.
Yeah, that's true. It's too much drama. It's too much. It's of the wrong kind of attention. And the other thing is, like, the logistics of doing it. Like, you know how long it would take and how much money it would take and how much coordination you'd need in order to get a rival studio to license your characters and your universe. Like, you know, what if they're making projects that use those characters? You know, like, are they like, you can only make the Snyderverse movies or continuation or wrap up, but you can only use the characters that have existed and have only been established from that universe? Like, because otherwise you're going to have to license the other characters, because essentially it's like licensing a character to use in another project that is not made by the studio that owns that character. And it is a logistical nightmare. If Marvel and DC comic books won't cross over characters, rival movie studios are not going to spend the million. I mean, like, look at how much effort and work went into the Spider-Man Disney licensing situation. That now you're talking about doing that for not just the Spider-Man family. You're talking about using that for the entire DC universe. Yeah. And essentially saying, we're going to pay a rival studio to make rival DC movies at the same time as no one would take that deal. No one would make that deal.
I mean, like I said, as a fan, when this first came around, it did make sense. I was like, if they sell it to Netflix, they'll make a bunch of money. But as soon as I thought about that, I was like, does anyone want to come back at this point?
Right, and that's a really good
Justice League original stuff was filmed in 2015 for a 2016 release.
Yeah.
Like, that's how old the original is. Like, that's when regardless of the reshoots and stuff, 2017. No, that was dark. When did the original movie? It was 2016, I think.
I don't recall.
I'm looking right now.
Idea.
Yeah, I'm verifying it right now. It is a 2017 project. Okay. So it was filmed in 2016 into 2017, which basically means that these actors have not been on this project at all outside of Henry Cavill throwing the suit on one time. He didn't show up for Shazam. Like, he threw it on one time for Black Adam.
And he didn't even have to wear pants.
He didn't wear pants in that?
No, I'm saying he doesn't have to wear pants. Like, he's only from here up.
Oh, he's probably in like some sweatpants or something.
Right, exactly. He's like, I don't need to wear the whole damn thing.
So I don't understand, like, it's been 8 years, but just about, since most of these actors have been involved in this project at this point.
Yeah.
I really don't think many of them want to come back.
And
Zack Snyder has stayed quiet ever since he got to finish his magnum opus. He's not pushed anything.
Yeah.
He likes the occasional tweet, which I think is him stirring a pot that he doesn't need to be stirring.
Yes.
But also, like, hey, you worked hard on a project. I respect you wanting it to be a thing, even though he doesn't really like superheroes. He talks about it a lot. He says he doesn't. He likes to subvert the genre because he thinks the genre is silly or stupid. You know, I really wish they just let it go, because it's not even like they reached a level of meme that Harley Quinn has a obese nerd in a released a Snyder Cut shirt in the show, who's like, I hate Harley Quinn. It's ridiculous. And then he like describes the show. It's like, are you watching like every episode of this? He goes, no,
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this at all. And then James Gunn is in that too. James Gunn's profile picture is him and Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So just
I don't know. It's a funny situation that they just don't want, and I don't even know what the mentality behind this anymore. It's nowhere near as big as it was before, when there was still a hope that he could come back. That was a lot bigger. But this Netflix movement, I just find funny, and just people are still attacking things, and I don't know if DC's ever going to truly move forward from this. We're gonna be like 10 years down the road, and you're gonna have Snyder Bros being like, 15 years ago was the greatest thing ever, and they have never gotten as good as that ever. Never.
They're already doing that. There's no way they're not. Yeah, but 15 years from now, I think there'll still be a few holdouts that are like, one day we're gonna get our Snyder Cut, and it's like, everyone has moved on. Yeah. Everyone who would give you what you want has moved on.
Yeah.
So, just let it go.
Let it go. And here's the thing, Benny. I think it will end. It will end. Because if DC does this well, right, with James Gunn at the helm, and we're in this ushering this new era, people will be happy and excited, and then we'll go back to realizing that there's like 500 Snyder Bros total, right? But they're just super loud, and they're super active, and they're super engaged, and not many other people are actively engaged on socials. Right?
Well, they've been losing a lot of people as it's been going on.
Like, huge DC Comics fan, right? I think there's a Deathstroke and a Nightwing behind me up here, but in general, I don't watch the DC movies. The last thing I think I saw in theaters was maybe Aquaman, maybe Man of Steel, and then I think after that I was like, these look really bad. And I've seen some of them. I've caught some of the home releases, and I have not enjoyed them. And that's my take personally. But I think that if people agree, and I think based on the dystopia of Warner Brothers and DC Studios as a whole and leadership until now, people agree. So we're going to cross our fingers to some success in the future.
Just a tack out of that, I forgot Shazam's next week, and I'm just kind of like Ant-Man, I'm sad that I didn't get to catch it theaters. Ant-Man, Shazam, I'm kind of like, do I want to go to the theater on this one? Like,
right? I don't need to.
Yeah, it's kind of where my head's at, but I think I will for this one. But yeah, it's the point I'm making. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode about another rumor mill we were talking about, the Snyderverse going to the Netflix. No, I don't believe it ever will. And according to James Gunn, it also will never will. So I'm going to lean towards what he said.
Yeah.
So on that note, we'll see you guys next time right here at Absolutely. Dun, 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 dun.